Okay. So, we are continuing with our little Skyrim stream here. So many people.
What are you doing that for?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch.
This
Did you hear me?
is.
Yep, ale's going bad.
Trying to see
I
if
guess you
this
don't
is
have
going
potatoes in your
to
ears after all.
work
Need
here.
something?
Sure, we get fresh
Couchbot
batches.
is supposed to be pushing it out. I wanted to see if Couchbot was going to do it. Okay, so welcome to the stream, everybody. Mandy, good to see ya. 1-2 Street. You guys are like the only two people here, so I'm going to talk to you guys.
Over here.
I know everyone's like, "Oh, you were done for the night, right?"
Maybe
And
you can
then
help
I'm
me.
All right,
Yes.
so
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
I'm gonna go
Thanks a
out this
lot.
way because I'm not done sharing the mod list with you guys yet. If you, this is stream number 1-2, so there is a 1-1 as well. So you know, that's a thing. Still waiting to see if Couchbot does its thing. Couchbot is a bot that I have on my Discord channel, and it is supposed to tell everyone. It is supposed to, anyway. Tell everyone when I'm streaming. But it tends to wait a little while longer than it's supposed to. Hi, Elias. I'm back. It's been a rough night. That rough night may continue, but as long as it's not continuing, I'm gonna try as best I can to just kind of sort of go, you know, everything as planned. I may not be back for long, so don't get your hopes up and being like, "Oh, cool, we're actually gonna see something viable this time." I mean, it may happen, but it may not happen as well. The one thing I wanted to do. There goes Couchbot. Finally did it. Sweet. What I want to do is I want to get my AB speed mult. Let's do 800 DCL. Cool. Let's go to Windhelm. Whoa, what was that? Did you guys see that? Oh, he was trying to cross the water. Yeah, and he's not able to because of the collisions being off now. That guy's pretty badass. Look at him. Just wading in the water. Pilgrim,
What do you need?
could you spare some water? Wow, 50 gold for water? I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna pass on that. Okay, down we go. We'll go back to Windhelm like we were before. Look at the sun. It's so bright. I want to see what this does. Let me get my EMB back here. I want to see what this does. Let's do a little bit of color grading, and I want to see if I can make this look just a tad bit better. Because I think the haze that I see, I might be wrong. I think I am. I think I am wrong. I think the haze that I see is coming from the darker patterns, the darker tones. I'm really kind of sure that it's in the darker tones. Let me just darken that a little bit. Midtones. Let's see about maybe... Yeah, it doesn't need much adjustment. We'll go 125 on that. Okay. Looks pretty good. Looks okay. She kind of looks like she's got some sunburn, but that's alright. It's just the way the lighting is. Okay, so let's see if we can't get the rest of the explanation of our mod list done before my son wakes up and throws up again. Sorry about the very sudden stop, guys. It's the life of a dad. It's the way it is. I'm supposed to go to Windhelm. I'm pretty sure I was going the right way, but now I'm not so sure. Yeah, I'm going the right way. This is Windhelm. Windhelm is this way. There it is. There, it's over here, right? Pretty sure I'm going the right way. Yeah, there it is. No crashes yet. I thought I was gonna say that and then it would crash, but it's just Frostfall. Wow, is this really the light? Is this what the light's doing to the bridge? It doesn't look good at all, does it? Hold on. Oops. What is this? Let me just take. Let me try this. Let me go to Tetrachrome, and then let's remove the color grade. No, it's not going to make a difference. Not going to make a difference at all. It's just the way the light is right now. Yeah. I mean, this looks good. Tetrachrome I really like, but there's something weird going on with the light right through here, through those clouds right now. Not sure. That's kind of weird, but all right. It's not like I'm ever going to be standing right there anyway. But I definitely would be standing on this bridge. And this bridge looks funny right now. Okay, I'll figure out the textures. I might have to reinstall my texture stuff. But it is what it is, if that's the case. Let's turn collisions back on. There we go. Let's get our speed set back to normal. Oh my gosh, where is the utility key? Speed. Go to normal. There we go. Hello.
Huh?
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me fight some bandits?
Not my problem.
Why don't you come with me? You know it will be fun.
It would seem so.
Oh, I get it. I'm hitting on her because she... Oh, I get it. Yeah. Alright, never mind.
I'd better get going.
Yeah, alright. I get it. That's weird. Okay, so this is the Windhelm docks. This is where we normally would see a lot of things happening. In terms of, like, our frame rates and stuff getting killed. Frostfall. But yet, we're locked at 60. Everything's looking good here, too. Okay. I hope so too, Hurley. Thanks for your thoughts, man. I really hope he does too. Let's see. Elias, call my mom up. Well, my mom is 2.5 hours away from me, so can't just call her up. We're in the unfortunate situation where my wife and I don't really live near my parents. So that's just kind of the way it is. Man, this looks... I'm starting to warm up to this Tetrachrome look. I'm starting to warm up to it, especially in the dark. I think it looks nice. I kind of like the saturation, to be honest, in this one, anyway. There's a bandit over there. He's kind of doing something. Let's spawn some stuff. Help me out with some console commands, guys. What should we spawn? I want to get some stuff spawned. Actually, what I should do is wait. So how about we wait like 10 hours right here. And I'll probably freeze to death by doing that. Oh, we're getting some snow cover? Is that what that is? Whoa. Yep, I fell and Frostfall got me. Yep. So I'm too cold for Frostfall. Let me go. I'm gonna have to go back to Windhelm. Oh, I'm waking up somewhere. Interesting. This is weird. I don't think I've ever used the setting in Frostfall where you wake up somewhere else, but that's pretty cool.
How are we doing?
So these are rustic windows.
How can I...
Another mod. Rustic windows. Very cool.
Just this once.
I like that a lot. It's like the sunlight can get through, but you can't see through them. Which is perfect if you think about it for like...
There's plenty more where that came
Everyone was always walking around and everyone was always sort of like, you know, peeking into people's business, and these windows serve a wonderful purpose that way. I'm really warming up to Tetrachrome. Like, I wasn't really into Tetrachrome at first, but like now I'm really kind of getting into this. What about Kodak? Kodak looks okay. Hampton. Hampton's a little too cold for me. Earthen? Earthen cold. It's got it's got its ups and downs, I think. Kind of looks nice for the inside. But I think I'm gonna stick with Tetrachrome because that just seems... it just looks really good. Yeah. I like it. Let's go outside. We're in Windhelm right now, so we woke up inside. Let's see.
You come here where you're not wanted. You eat our food, you pollute our city with your
Let's see. Weathers has... Yeah, Weathers... I know there's a skill. Elias is telling me in the comments that there's a weather sense ability. And so, like, I could hit that, and it would tell me. But all it says is, I am warm.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed
Without
to do.
shelter, the heat field
Your
distance.
hands only.
Like, it doesn't tell me the... I want the progress bar, right?
Looks like that's it.
I want the little bar that pops up and says, this is how cold you are at the time I get cold.
finding out what you
Because, like, the power that's in weather sense is just that. I am warm. It's not to tell me anything.
Do you hate the Dark Elves?
What?
Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
Yes, I hate the Dark Elves. No, I don't hate your people.
You've come to the wrong city, then. Windhelm's a haven of prejudice and narrow thinking. Unworthy of one such as you.
Yeah, unworthy. Look like the Nords are giving you trouble. I'm not gonna talk to her right now.
It pleases me to see you
Stop
again.
it. I just want to test the mods. This door looks good. These textures look great. You know, I'm really... I don't know. I can't really tell exactly which one I like more, but I'm kind of warming up to Tetrachrome. The wench isn't all blue.
Hi there.
Hello. Whoops. Mouse is going all over the place. What have you got for sale? Barter. Okay. Good barter menu. Everything works there. Herna and Hannah. Herner and Hannah. Salt piles. 74 salt piles. And I can buy them for 6 apiece. That's going to be handy in alchemy time. That's sweet. Okay, go this way. And cooking, really, but I don't know how much cooking we'll do. Alright, so... I think what I'm going to do here, because I don't... See, it's like good to test the mods, but like I don't want to just be fainting whenever it's cold. So I'm thinking I'm going to go back to the Frostfall options. And now instead of using the MCM, I can use this menu. So I have to cast a spell, or a power I should say, and then I get the configuration options. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disable it for now. And so now I won't have to worry about the cold right now. Is my God mode still on? Can I jump down there? Yeah, enabled. Okay, I can jump down there then. So let's just jump down. Let's just jump over here. I guess I probably didn't need God mode to do this, did I? I'm really kind of digging Tetrachrome. The look is actually pretty nice. You know? Like, this is what... So what would this look like, right? Like, it's kind of cold and hazy right now, but like, what would this scene right here look like if I wasn't using EMB, right? That's probably the question. So if I'm not using an EMB, what I get is... Where's my mouse? There it is. What I get is this. So without EMB, I get this, right? That's the difference. That and that. I think there's a huge difference between those two scenes. And then activate what I had before, which is the same color grade as Indiana Jones was with. The original Indiana Jones, not the latest ones, but the original one, which is this one right here. This is what I originally had, which I think is great. The original Star Wars was in a slightly altered version of this one, I think. Slightly altered version of this one. So it needs a little bit of the reds removed, I think. So if I was to take some of the reds out, I think it's in the midtones. If I take a few... Oops. If I take a little bit of this, let's bring this back to where it was at 128. Need it to be a base gray. Yep, 128 there as well. Good. Now take a little bit of reds out of the midtones. I think it's about there. Then you get the original Star Wars. Which is like, whatever. You know, the color space is color space. It's cool. I think it's kind of nice. But, I don't know. I was kind of digging Tetrachrome. I don't know. We'll experiment with different looks because now that I see how cold this is, though. Oh, let's take this color grade off. I don't know. Now that I see how cold it is, maybe it's good. I don't know. Anyway, I'm in the water, of course. Let's turn collisions off really quick so I can swim. Swim above the sea. Is anyone reminded of like a slow motion Peter Pan right now? You can fly, you can fly, you can fly. Okay, what am I going to spawn here as a test for stability, right? What am I going to spawn here? Let's see. I'm looking at the comments. And let's see. Phoenix is here. That's cool. Welcome. What's up, guys? Let's see. Astraveg. I think that's how you say your name. Thanks for joining me. Michael, good to see ya. Let's see. How about we look at... what are we looking at here? All the 00063 B47s. Okay. Place at me. Is that how the command works? Player dot place at me, right? I'm just gonna go with it. 00063 B47. That's what he said.
What are you doing that for?
That is a duck, right? Swan. Is that what you have me? Is that what you have me spawn? Oh no, you had me spawn something else. What is that? Oh, a diamond. Oh wow. Oh nice. That's really helpful. That's awesome. No, okay, not a diamond. How about we spawn something else? Let's do something that moves. I'm gonna try this other one that you said though. 57 A7. That's not it. Did I type that wrong? 57A7A. Okay. One. Too many things there. What's this? A skooma? Really, guys? Can I have something that moves? Preferably like in small amounts. Whoa, I'm getting really cold. Probably should be wearing a hood. How cold it is here. Let's get to. Let's get novice hood. Doesn't seem to change anything. You are feeling extremely thirsty. Well, I did just pick up some skooma, so. Where is? Didn't I just pick up some skooma? Pretty sure I did. Here, let's grab this Nord mead. Oh, I can't grab the ale because it's stealing. Really? Fine. Whatever, I don't need I need anyway. We'll just turn I need off. I need. Wow. Okay, it's either... There we go. Jesus. And I need menu. Let's turn... Time scale, categorize, miscellaneous, difficulty, guide. Wow, I can't turn it off. Can I not turn it off? Rates. You know what? Doesn't look like I can turn it off. Okay, well, whatever. I'll just stay extremely thirsty then. I don't think I could die in thirst in this game. Alright, let's see. Let's try the latest attempts at Phoenix to get me to spawn something weird. Let's try 00023A BF. Oh my god. Really? That's actually kind of cool. I don't even... Okay. Yeah, we're gonna spawn a bunch of those for sure. Oh god. That's actually pretty cool. Wow, are they on my team? They're not attacking me. Wow, look at that. That is sweet. Doesn't that just strike fear into you? At least a little bit? That's awesome. Oh yeah, my pretty, come to me. Let's do like 30 of them. Oh shit. Wow. Yeah, I think we're stable. What do you think? 54 frames per second. 54 FPS. Got a lot of these things. So many of these things. Okay, let's try 30 more. Wow, it's pretty stable. 60 frames per second. That one's a little bit weird. Because I'm over 60 FPS, I bet. But it's because I'm over 60. Let's go to the EMB real here, and we're gonna have the EMB limit our frames. I want to limit us to 60. There. The EMB should keep us under 60 now. That is just strange. I don't know why that's happening, but all right. I guess that's what happens when you get 60 of these things in one spot. Yeah. Okay. How about we spawn some guards for him? Yeah, FF 0018E5. Is that how that works? I'm not sure how that works. Place at me. FF 0018E5. Is that how that thing works? No, that's not how that works. I don't know how that works. Let's see. Saying you were going uphill from the start. Went uphill. John, yeah, I got my dire wolf pack, yeah. 000E or 0008. Hold on. Let's see what else Phoenix is having me do here. 0008E 4F1. Oh Jesus. Oh, what have you done? I can't. I'm inside the dragon. I'm inside. There we go. What have you done? Yeah, you had me spawn Alduin, didn't you? I can't even hurt it. I don't know. I can't see the names of anything I'm spawning. Ice wolves. Ice wolves. See, they think they're safe on this side. They're like, you know what? We're okay over here. He can't reach us. And then I'm just like, yeah, but he can though. There's now 2 Alduins, and I can't get away because I'm trapped inside the Alduin. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn collisions off really quick. Oops. Did I fail? TCL. That's turn collisions off, isn't it? No, am I not doing that right? Did I forget what that command is already? No, I got it right. It's just not, I'm just not able to turn the collisions off right now, I guess. I would really like to, there we go. Huh. Well, I don't know, guys, but I kind of thinking this proves stability, doesn't it? Can I turn the collisions off yet? still won't let me do it. That's weird. Alright, well. Can I at least increase my speed? No, actually, I can't increase my speed. It won't let me do that command either. Oh, there we go. Oh, now the... Wait. I don't know. I know we have 2 Alduins. Oh, this is cool. Yeah. I'm a fan of this. Let's spawn another one. Yeah. Still 50 frames per second. No problems there. What's the code for a guard? Can I have like a few guards? Wow. Okay. Can we have, add more Alduin? Okay, we'll add more, I guess. Let's go. Let's go. Jeez, I feel like if I hit 10, is it gonna crash? Too late, I just did. Let's see. This is terrifying. Pretty sure I'm trapped inside them. I cannot get out of the Alduins. Do not spawn 10 at once for Alduin. Oh, they're starting to fly away though. Slowly they're gonna get out. Slowly they're gonna work their way out of this. Come on. Let me out. I'm trapped inside. Let me out. Let me out. Thank you. When in doubt, hit Alduin with fire. Oh my god. So loud. Okay. It's a tad bit loud. It's a tad bit loud, wouldn't you say? Let's turn this down just a little bit. And by a little bit I mean kind of a lot of bit. It's pretty fun though, gotta admit. Let's just turn this down to like this. There we go. It's still pretty damn loud. Wow, it's really blurry. Crap, I missed the boat. Gotta come over here, get on the boat. Ah, there we go. Oh, these poor wolves. The dragon's gonna try and get me and it's gonna roast them. What do you think, guys? Are we stable? We are at 20 frames per second now. I mean... we have a lot of Alduins. I'm gonna add one more. Let's add another one. Let's add one more. That worked pretty well, actually. Let's add another one. Still trapped inside Alduin. There we go. Got him to fly away. I mean, if this doesn't prove stability, I don't know what does. 27, almost 30 frames per second doing this. And this is with EMB, it's with anti-aliasing, it's with, I mean, everything. 2K textures everywhere. There's not a single texture I've installed that's under 2K. Some of them are 4K, but they're very rare to find a 4K one. The trolls, actually I have dragon textures. The dragon textures are 2K. And they're new dragon textures. You can't tell because Alduin's flying everywhere, but I might be able to spawn him, but I don't think I can. I wanted to... Okay. Okay, how about we go somewhere else where the sound isn't going to kill us? Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and leave Windhelm to die. I don't get it. Is the sound just glitching? We shouldn't hear that. We shouldn't hear them anymore. We're super far away. There they go. I think the sounds were just so far behind that they still had to play. That might have been what it was. Doesn't this look good? Tetrachrome actually does look okay. I'm not sure I'm a fan of how blue the sky is. Let me see if I can... Let me go back to Kodak like I liked before. Well, that's way off. Ooh, it's even worse. Okay. We'll go with Tetrachrome, I guess. I'm not sure what's going on with the sound. I think we just totally glitched out the sound, which I guess isn't so bad to know. Whoa. Is Alduin near us again? Did he follow us? I don't know. I wish I could somehow stop the sound from Alduin. I spawned too many Alduins, guys. Look at how just gorgeous this is. It's just so good. But it just sounds like shit now. Let's quick save this and reload the quick save. Oh, is it still gonna keep going? Oh, I think it is. Yeah, I think we really did glitch it. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do then. You know what's coming. Main menu. Yep. We glitched the sound, boys. Let's quit. Oh, come on. Come on now. Wow, we really did glitch the sound. We glitched it so bad that it won't even... it won't quit. There's too many Alduins in the scene. It just won't even quit. The game refuses to even shut down. I'm gonna have to Control-Alt-Delete it. So I'm gonna Control-Alt this. Control-Alt-Delete. Task Manager. And we're gonna try and Task Manager this. Hang on. I can't even do that. It's really frozen, guys. Phoenix, what have you done? What have you done, Phoenix? You've made it to where my Task Manager can't even escape it. And I killed it. I had to kill it by deleting the task completely, the process in the Task Manager. Okay, let's boot it up again. Nice job, Phoenix. We discovered how to kill, at least how to glitch out the sound anyway. We discovered that much. Oh, it won't load. Steam is telling me that the game is already on. All right, here, I gotta go into, what is it? Details, I think. Yeah, there's a process running Right here. Kill that. Okay. We got it. Cool. I should be able to boot the game now. Should be able to boot the game. Oh, Phoenix, you have more ideas for me to try? Even more ideas. Oh, goody. Come on, game. Oh, man. This is going to be worse. Now I can't even... I lost visual on my stream application now. See, the one thing I don't like about Skyrim, about this new version of Skyrim... There we go. The one thing I don't like about it is that I cannot play this in... Is it still online? Are we still up? And I gotta figure out my streamer's still working. I can't play it in full screen borderless window. It won't let me do it. Stream says I'm good, so I'm gonna count on it being good. Even though I can't tell. There's no way for me to tell because... Oh, come on. Come on. Man, Phoenix, we're not going to do that again. As fun as that was, I don't think we're going to do it again. Let's load the quick save and see if it's still busted. If we load this quick save and it's still busted, what happens then? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Oops. Uh-oh. Hang on. So this gives me another chance to give you guys a preview, kind of. The Draugr have a much more fierce sound now. They're much, much more ferocious sounding. Yes. And now that I've leveled up, it'll give me a chance to show you also. Oops, let's just go ahead and get this taken care of here. And you can hear how my spells sound different. I'm actually going to go ahead and turn... no, not this. I'm going to go ahead and turn down all the sound completely. Kill the sound there. Let's leave the music, the ambiance, the footsteps, the effects, the NPC footsteps. We'll leave all that stuff open. Leave all that stuff on. The rain, the thunder, sure. Interior sounds, good, good. I just want to kill the music because let's let you guys hear the new sounds in the game. You know? There we go. Alright, cool. So with Wildcat installed, having that little bit of health probably... thirst, moderate hunger, fatigue, mild fatigue. Okay, so this is all I need. So I need's giving me debuffs right now. But I didn't get an injury, so I can't show you that part. What I can show you, though, now that we've leveled up, is the new perk system. Now, we don't have Percus Maximus anymore. But the blood looks really bright. It might be the EMB doing that. I don't know. If I can find a way to make it darker, I will, I guess. So this is the new perk system. It's Ordinator. So if you're familiar with Ordinator, you already know what to expect here. But I'm going to go ahead and just do Magicka, because whatever. But I've also redone the Galaxy screen for the levels up here. I've redone every part of it. So it's not just the the textures you see, the galaxy map that you see, but it's also, if I come down to Conjuration, for example, it's also the stars, it's also the connections, and when the connections are active, there's also something different there too. So Ordinator is a perk overhaul, so all the perks are going to be different than what you're used to, but it's not quite as extreme as Percus Maximus was. It's just not quite there yet. Also, Thiago, welcome to the stream, man. And to answer your question, not yet. I don't have a mod list available for you to see in this yet, but I will tell you that there's still over 100, so we still have a lot. And actually, you know what? To be honest, I'm kind of thinking I like this mod list more than the other one. I know it's weird to say, but I kind of think I do. It's lighter weight, way less scripts, and it's a little bit more vanilla, but at the same time, there's some elements of what we have today. There's some elements of what we have installed here, and I want to get to those. I actually want to find one of them. They're on a very specific part of the map I have to go to. But I want to show you guys some stuff. And yeah, anyway, so Conjuration, for example, so the first thing here is Conjuration Mastery. Cast Conjuration spells for 35% less magicka, and Conjuration spells last 0.5% longer per level of Conjuration. Pretty cool. So we're going to take that one. You see how the light changes, and then when we connect it, this beam will also be different. It's pretty cool. Sounds are all different and stuff too, slightly. It's pretty cool. Okay, so we still have reflections installed. So if you've been paying attention to the series, we still have reflections, which is kind of nice. You said the blood is too bright. Is this blood or is this like flower petals? I think that's supposed to be blood. It's a little bit, kind of a strange texture to that blood, isn't there? I have enhanced blood and effects. Which is the same mod as I had in the other play. Let's go back to our map. And our map has no fog. It still has the clouds, but there's no fog. So if you take a look at this map and then you look at your own map in your own game, you'll notice mine has a bit darker. It's a bit more contrasty. It's a bit clearer. You can see things in much clearer detail. And where I want to go, I think, is like right about here. I think this is where I want to go. I want to check out something. And to get there, I'm going to do my trusty old TCL player set AV speed mult. Let's do 1,000. All right, let's go towards that marker. I think my marker's in the right spot, but I'm not positive on it. What? Is that a dragon? I mean, I did go over the den. Oh well. I probably have to turn collisions on in order for that to actually happen. Oh, actually, make sure our FPS is on again, so you guys can see what's going on with performance-wise. A whole bunch of wolves here. Alright, I want to show you guys this too, because remember how I said that the NPCs, they value their life more now? So if I turn collisions on, for example, they're all going to come after me. They're in a pack. So in a pack, they're really ambitious. Like, they really are aggressive. So as I kill them off, which is apparently going to take a while. Wow. Oh, wow. These guys are coming in, too. Thalmor soldiers. Wait, are you attacking me? Really? Okay, so apparently there's a lot of people I have to kill here. Guess we'll get a sword out or something and do it faster. Yeah, iron war axe. Oh, I have a steel one right here. I might as well use that one. This will be faster against the Thalmor than magic will be, so might as well. Yeah, he really is going to yield now. So let's see if I can just take some of these guys down. Whittle them down. Yeah, the blood is a little bright, I admit. It does look a little bit bright. I think I'm going to have to take that down. I'm wondering how I do that without the MCM. Probably have to reinstall blood mod, I bet. I'll have to reinstall it and see what happens then. Okay, so now that the wolves are... See how he's injured? He's going to run away now, or he'd be more likely to run away. This one here. So... See, watch him run away now. He's injured. He doesn't want to deal with me because he's like, hey, wait a minute, I might die here. So he's running away now. See, he's not attacking me. He's like, okay, I give up. You know, he's dripping blood. You know, they value their own life now. So he's not hostile, right? Realistic ragdolls. You can see a good example of that right there. Very nice. Grey wolf pelt, thank you. Okay, where is the marker I'm trying to get to? Is it here? I'm looking for something very specific. Because I installed a mod that does something. But I don't really know what the area looks like around what I'm looking for. So...
What was that?
Now you're mine.
Okay, Cicero, nice.
What was that?
Yeah, I'm going too fast for the weather system. Look at all the people nearby. Whoa. There's fights going on all over the place. Wow, look at all this. This is cool. I didn't expect to see this many of people. Oh, this is interesting.
You remind me of my cousin's cat. Killed that.
Nothing.
Wow, I fell down this thing and there's a camp in there. Okay. That's interesting.
Hear something?
So somewhere there is a battle took place. Somewhere there's remnants of a battle that took place. And it's like this big battlefield, but it's just a bunch of dead people in a big battlefield. And I thought it was right there, but now I'm like, now I want to go to the map and like really find it. So let me see about Battle Aftermath SE. That's the name of the mod. It's Battle Aftermath SE. There's currently 2 locations where battles have formed, like old battles were. And oh, it's above White Shore. Wait, so this is White Watch Tower. That's Whiterun. If my map is correct, or if I'm correct on the map placement, it's actually here. Just slightly north of this one. So we need to go slightly north of that. That's what the mod says anyway. Unless I'm an idiot and I forgot to install it. Whoa, here we go. Whoa! Oh, isn't this cool? There's actually like a full-on battle happening right in front of us. I'm kind of thinking the Imperials are going to lose this. Oh, they got reinforcements. Oh shit, man, there's a lot of reinforcements. Wow. Empire is gonna dominate this, I guess. So yeah, they win. Easily. Now there's just this bandit here. Uh-huh. Kill moved it. Okay, so if I have the mod installed properly, might have to check that. Should be just north of this marker. But I don't see it. Again, unless I've messed it up really bad. Which I might have, because it's supposed to be here and it's not, so I might have messed up installing it. Which is a real shame, because I wanted to, I mean, I guess part of me wants to just stumble across it instead of ruining it, but there's two of them, and I'd like to know if the mod is working, so it'd be nice to see it. The spider. Yeah, I was already here. So, it's not this. Okay, well, I'm gonna close my map then. 'Cause I can't see it. Okay, so what other mods can I show you guys tonight? Let's see. Clearly we have stability. Let's take a look at some of the skills in Ordinator, because I'm actually not familiar with all of them. Most of the beginning ones will have you, like, let's just look at Destruction, for example. Most of the beginning ones will just make spells a little cheaper, make things a little bit more powerful, that kind of thing. But we can go to, like, Harsh Lesson. Destruction projectile spells interrupt targets that are casting a spell, so that's kind of cool. This one here allows us to dual cast. You know, this is much more vanilla than Percus Maximus, but I think it's probably still okay. Shock spells, effectiveness are more powerful. Shock spells, frost spells, more powerful. Combustion. Fire spells and effects cast on others with a 30% more powerful based on target's missing health percentage. Okay. Elemental specialization. You may choose one element. Spells and effects of that element are 15% more powerful. So really, if you want to stack into something. Frostfall. Frost spells reduce the attack damage of their targets by 25%. Crystallize. Frost spells freeze the blood of their targets. Magnetize. Nova Charge. Ancient Seals. Electroconvulsions. Shock spells incapacitate living targets below 1/3 health if they are not shock resistant. Let's take a look at another one. Let's look at Conjuration. Rat King. When entering combat, summons 3 skeevers under your control. Their corpses can be raised, but they dissipate when combat ends. Use the Merciful King power to temporarily prevent this ability from activating. Okay, Mystic Bindings. Bound weapons. Now summon Mystic weapons and deal more damage. Ravenous Dead. Level cap of reanimation spells are up 1%. I think once you get to, like, way up here, you start to get some pretty cool stuff. I think. Daedrus Dew. Able to donate a human heart to an Atronach, granting it a powerful new elemental attack. Fire Atronachs learn Fireball. Frost Atronachs reduce frost resistance. And Storm Atronachs learn Thunderbolt. Unleash Hell. Conjure Daedra within 75 feet. Gain additional spells on a 30-second cooldown. It's an overwhelming amount of perks, but, like, they're not overwhelming in terms of, like, how cool they are. But I suppose, like I said, it's not Percus Maximus, so I'm not familiar with Ordinator at all. So I'm actually looking at these right now with you guys for the first time. So I don't really know what any of these do. And I think that's a really cool thing about the Democracy series is that I don't have to know. I just show you guys and you guys decide. Speaking of which, Ordinator, the mod page for Ordinator, it has a list of every single one of these dots is on the list. And it has a detailed description of everything that it does. So you guys already have a list of things that are there, and you can like look at it much easier than you could look at Perma, which is pretty cool. Speech. Sell items for 10% more. Your intimidation attempts are twice as convincing. And the universe listens. Shouting restores points of health, magicka, and stamina equal to your shout cooldown in seconds. You gain speech experience when shouting based on your shout cooldown. Windborn. Shouting summons up a divine wind, granting 30% extra attack damage and 15 increased movement speed for 15 seconds. This effect stacks. Whoops. Wasn't me. Irresistible Dance. Can perform in combat to force 2 nearby enemy people within 50 feet to dance spellbound, preventing them from attacking and reducing their armor by 50 points. Used again to stop. Alchemy. Potions and poisons you make are 20% stronger. It's kind of cool. I want to show you guys other mods I have, but I don't have a list of them in front of me without Nexus Mod Manager open, and I don't have it open anymore. Let me try this. Alt-tabbing out of this game is always really risky, but I'm going to do it. Like, alt-tabbing out of Skyrim really sucks. Let's open Nexus Mod Manager. I want to read off some of the ones I have here. Okay, so I have them in front of me now. Which ones haven't I looked at with you guys? I mean, there's the stuff that you can't really tell. Things like some of the quest mods I can't really show you. I can't really like show you cutting room floor. Like I can't show you Fall Scar. I showed you Campfire already. Yeah, you guys have seen Lanterns of Skyrim, book covers of Skyrim, War Zones. I think you just saw that one. I think when those guys are all like attacking each other. I think that's what that one was. What else do I have installed here? I have, of course, Inigo. We still have Inigo. Immersive Wenches. Better Harvesting. So, Better Harvesting. Let me just kind of get back into the game here because, like I said, it's like impossible to... It's so impossible to alt-tab back into this game. A whole bunch of noise happening, guys. Sorry if my mic's too loud. I might need to turn my mic down, but then I have to talk louder, so guess it is what it is. I'm trying to get my stuff in a good position where I can read it, but also, like, I want to be able to read it while I'm in the game, and I can't. I want so badly to be able to load Skyrim in a full-screen borderless window. I can't do that with Special Edition. I could do it with the regular Skyrim because EMB allowed me to do it, but I cannot do it with Special Edition. It's really, really annoying. Come on, let me back in. There we go. Jeez, it took forever. Okay, Better Harvesting. So what Better Harvesting does is it makes a more realistic approach to harvesting resources. So it is going to make it a little easier, but it's also more realistic. So let's take this for example. See this lavender? Look at how much lavender there is on this. There's a lot of lavender here, right? If I take a look at my inventory, ingredients, here we go. I don't currently have any lavender, right? I have none. So let's harvest some. And rather than gaining 1 lavender that time, I got 4. There, I have 4. Now that is going to scale, right? So it's gonna like, sometimes it'll give me, I think it's somewhere between 3 and 10 every time you grab some. So if I found another lavender, usually there's another one nearby. But I guess not. Okay, here's another one. Purple mountain flower, right? So I have 8 of them currently. And now I have 3. I got 3 more. See in the top left corner. So now I have 11. So that's what better harvesting does. And it does the same thing with, like... My wolf is not going to catch it, is it? Oh, it's going to go that way. Ooh. What did you get? A bandit? Whoa. Nice. Yeah. Bandit Valan's wannabe. Okay. Cool. She's got gold on her, lockpicks. Oh, we can also craft lockpicks now. I thought it was kind of silly that, like, they're just little lockpicks, but you can't craft them. Makes no sense. So we can craft them now. Oh, hello. Bandit butcher. Wow, the guy's got, like, a big mask over his head. Okay. Okay, so this is like a little bit better on combat for blocking, but not really. Butcher's hood. Okay. Interesting. Gonna run away? Run away. Run away, wolf. Cool, we got another level up. So if I wanted to, say, level up my... I don't know. I don't even have an illusion spell. What's smithing got? Can create novice, steel, and bone mold items at forge or anvil and improve them twice as much. Not really a whole lot of change there. Advanced workshop. You may choose to upgrade one grindstone or workbench to an advanced version for 2,500 gold. It improves items 1 tier higher. Items can be improved beyond legendary. Can be disassembled by sneaking, allowing you to upgrade another of the same type. That's kind of interesting. Merrick smithing. Choose an item type. Contemporary Merrick, Elven or Chitlin, or Dwarven. You can create items of the chosen type at a forge or anvil and improve them twice as much. Investing in a second perk point lets you choose both. Okay. Dwarven autocannon. Can create Dwarven autocannons at a forge or anvil. Okay, remote control. Allows me to... The autocannon now fires regardless of distance between it and you. Interesting. Arcane blacksmith. Yep, improved enchanted stuff. Spin up. Your Dwarven autocannon gradually shoots faster over time, gaining 2% firing speed per shot, up to 200%. Sandstone sheath. When you draw a weapon, it is automatically sharpened, granting 25% extra attack for damage for 10 seconds. This can only occur once every 30 seconds. Fuel the Inferno. When activating an advanced grindstone or advanced workbench, you may choose to sacrifice a dragon soul to improve items by a further 1 tier during that session. Wow. That's cool. Heart of Creation. Pour your dragonborn blood into the fire at one forge. Forging an item in this forge empowers you, increasing attack and critical strike damage by 15% and reducing attack damage taken by 15% for 600 seconds. So there's some differences there in those perks for sure. One-handed weapons do 20% more damage. Smite. Power attacks with a mace deliver a critical strike that deals 3 times critical damage. Targets can only be struck by smite once every 30 seconds. Wow. That's cool. Light armor. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not keeping this profile anyway. We're going to be doing something different, so I'm just kind of messing around. What other mods do I have here that I can show you? I showed you Sky Test. That's realistic animals and predators. Showed you Wyco immersive people, that's the reason why the people look different. Also, the kids look different, so if you didn't notice that. I also have realistic... No, it's not called that. It's called Relationship Dialogue Overhaul. And that is kind of hard to show you unless I'm in a town. So maybe I fast travel somewhere. Let's turn my speed. Whoops, excuse me. That was really rude. Let's turn my speed back to 100. And then let's go... I guess we'll go back to Whiterun. I haven't discovered Whiterun yet. Okay. Go back to the tower then. I am running to Mr. Mart. Yes, I am running Frostfall. I have it disabled right now just for the purposes of showing mods because I was getting a little annoyed that my character would keep fainting while I'm trying to show people things. You'll notice that my clothing is also getting kind of frosty. That's wet and cold. That's installed. See, watch me grab these. I got 4 that time. Got 6 that time. Right, lavender. Got 5 that time. So I think it's going to make it way easier, obviously, to gather resources. But it also makes it a lot less tedious. And it also makes it more realistic. As long as it's more realistic, I'm okay with it getting easier. I don't like making things easier. But if they are more realistic, I will totally do it. That purple is a little bit strange, don't you think? Don't you think the purple is a little bit strange? Kind of thinking the purple is a little bit strange. Not sure I like that. That's what it is. I need to get to Whiterun. Guess I'll turn my player speed back up. Oh. Oh, really? My first crash to desktop. But it's not really a crash. Oh my gosh. This is the first time, guys. Oh, wow. I'm glad I discovered this while I was, like, showing it to you. Wow. This is the first time. I've been playing with this mod set for a very long time. But yeah, it's totally done. And by a very long time, I mean like 3 hours. I have never seen this. It could be... Maybe it could just be the sheer speed we're traveling at. And let's try it again. See if we get the crash at the same spot. We need to determine what causes it. And one of the ways to determine what causes it is to do the exact same thing over again. So let's try to launch again. And, God, my windows always move around. Skyrim, you are killing me with this whole mandatory full screen crap. Yeah, one-off crashes, I'm not concerned. I'm not thinking for the light, like, I'm never going to believe that with 120 mods installed, I will never see a crash. And that wasn't even a crash to desktop. That was just a freeze. That was, like it was, yeah, it can handle 20 Alduins, but not, 25 Alduins, actually. Although, to be fair, the sound did get messed up completely at that point, but it is what it is. It could also be anything. I mean, it could be EMB series that did it. It could be, no, I don't want the add-ons to load. I do need to make sure the add-ons are in the right order, though. Oh, here we go. We can see the list of mods I have installed doing this way. So my load order is like this. We have Unofficial Skyrim Edition patch, Lanterns of Skyrim, Campfire, Apache Hair. We also have Apache Hair females. I had to install both of them for another mod to work properly, so I did that. Then I did ASUS Skyrim Children, Fall Scar, Cutting Room Floor. This is Immersive Armors. When Vampires Attack. This one is, let me think. This is going to make people run inside. Like citizens will run inside whenever there's a vampire attack. Similar to when dragons attack, how they'll run inside. And so they won't like try to attack, random citizens won't try to go and attack the vampire, you know? I've got 8 gigabytes worth of mod files. Wow. Realistic ragdolls in Force. Castle Volkir rebuilt. Immersive Citizens. This is enhanced lighting and effects for SSE, and this is the one for E&B series. Relationship dialogue overhaul. That's the one. There's like I forget what it is, like 5,000 different dialogue options for NPCs to use now. It's crazy. So like, and the NPCs will actually treat you consistently instead of being like, for instance, let's say I help the Stormcloaks. I'm not going to get an Imperial person saying, you filthy Stormcloak or something, and then all of a sudden being like, hi, because like they're only allowed in the stock game to say their mood towards you like once, and then they'll be normal and neutral again. This changes that. There's so many different things people can say to you now. Prometheus, no snow under the roof. So this is like, this sort of makes it to where when snow's falling in an area, there's like this like canopy or an awning or a roof or something over top of an area. There won't be snow on the ground underneath that. It's sort of like that's protected, because in the base game there'll be snow on the decks and stuff anyway, on the porches and stuff anyway. Verdant, a Skyrim grass plugin. So there's pros and cons to using this one. A lot of people will swear by Skyrim Flora Overhaul. A lot of people will swear by that one, and for sure it's a great plugin, and that one plugin can take care of the grass and the trees. The thing is, I really like Enhanced Vanilla Trees way more than I like Skyrim Flora Overhaul. I find the trees more full and lush, and I really like that immersive experience. And so if I'm not going to be using the trees, there's no point in using the grass either. So it's not any more plugins for me to choose another grass plugin, and I happen to like Verdant, the look of Verdant, more than I like Flora Overhaul. So I think as overall, if I was going to choose one plugin to handle both functions, Skyrim Flora Overhaul is awesome. And certainly there's more diversity in the trees with SFO. Certainly more diversity. I just don't think they look as full. I just don't think they look as good. It's just my personal taste. I like the big full trees that Enhanced Vanilla Trees do. And Enhanced Vanilla Trees works really well in SSE so far. It's not ported. It's not even ported. I'm physically installed. I physically have installed the regular Skyrim version of that plugin, and it's working just fine. So Verdant is updated, but Enhanced Vanilla Trees is not. All right, Realistic Water 2. We did that already. Book covers of Skyrim changes all the book covers for Skyrim. Pretty self-explanatory. It changes all of them, makes them look a little more realistic, a little more stylized, a little more unique, each one. They have a different flair, different flavor. They don't all look the same anymore, which is nice. War Zones, Civil Unrest. This is the one. I think you guys saw this. I think that's what we just saw. There's two armies just battling it out right there. Little things like that will always happen, and they'll get bigger and bigger and progressively, they vary in size. Maybe that was a small one, but there's going to be bigger ones later. WICO is Immersive People. I don't remember what that is specifically. What that is. I think that's the character overhaul. Yeah, I think this is the character overhaul that makes the people look different. Pretty sure it is. This is a Questorium. QX Questorium is a quest mod. That's all I'm gonna say about that one. I don't want to waste any quest mods or waste any revealing what they are. If you want to spoil it, you can look at it yourself. But some of these things I'd just rather just find on my own and look at them. OBIS is Organized Bandits in Skyrim. This adds I think 50 different variations or something like that of bandits, and it adds 500 of them all around Skyrim. And it also has random spawns, so all these little tiny things. When I casted my familiar out in the field just now, and I was going after that moose or whatever that was, but my familiar attacked a bandit instead. There happened to be a bandit behind me, and I didn't even know it. That's the kind of stuff that OBIS will do. Random spawns for bandits, and also randomized bandits. Some of them are weaker, some of them are stronger. They have a class system that sort of categorizes which ones are which, and different castes and different factions within the bandit system has also been created. So that's pretty cool. Man those borders. We've seen this before. These are just the border wall kinds of things. We've seen this in the last series, but this is just a little bit different. But it's border walls, kind of making it a little bit more immersive by implying that these cities would be protecting themselves with walls. I'm gonna be completely frank and honest with you. I have no idea what distant is off the top of my head right now. This ISP, don't know. But this ESP, don't know. Better quest objectives, just gonna give me a better rundown of what my quest objectives are. So when I'm reading the descriptions of them, I can see more specifics of what I'm supposed to do. Skyrim Better Roads, complete road overhaul. This one's more for like the Rift, but there's another one. There's another ESP that goes along with the rest of them. It changes the way the roads look. They look way better now. Birds of Skyrim. I think this plugin here is the one that's adding all the different types of birds that are walking around the roads, which is kind of cool. So it's a little bit more immersive. It's gonna add like actual creatures running around. The only part I don't like about this one, and a couple of the other mods that are doing the same thing, like a Sky Test, for example, is that the creatures that it adds are kind of immovable. So as if they're walking and you walk into them, the creature will move you, right? It's not like this fluid experience, but I guess, you know, it's not really that big of a deal. Like if I'm standing still and I'm talking to like a person, like I'm talking to Girder or something in Riverwood, and one of those swan things just walks into me while I'm talking, it's gonna move my character. So I don't really like that part. I'm not sure Skybirds is doing that. I think it's Sky Test doing that, but either way. Birds of Skyrim, pretty cool. This is the one that adds them on the ground as well as in nests. And then Ordinator, perk overhaul, we just showed you that. Skybirds, this is the one that has them in the air, pretty sure. It's like these two work together, but they're different plugins, they're different mods. Now, Moon and Star is another quest mod. We're gonna skip that one. Sky Test, the thing I just told you about. This is the one that adds a lot of realistic animals, as well as makes the predators, like the wolves, value their own life, work with pack mentality, a little bit smarter, etc. Armor compilation. This is another ESP for immersive armors. Populated lands, roads, and paths just adds more NPCs to the lands, the roads, the paths. These NPCs can be merchants, they can be just regular travelers, or they can be bandits and things that are going to attack me. Point the Way adds more signs and adds more destinations to the signposts so that I can kind of know where I'm going. Cult of Agnar, I think, is a quest mod, so I'm going to skip that one. Birds and Flocks, this one kind of is the same as the other bird mods, except this one adds more birds in the air, and it also makes them work in flocks and in groups. So if you've ever seen, like, if you're driving down the road and you ever saw, like, a whole group of birds come out of a tree, they all kind of flock together and fly around together. That's what this one does. So we're going to see a lot of birds. There's a lot of birds and stuff, a lot of extra animals being added to the game, which is nice. Skyrim Better Roads and Bridges. Same thing as the other road redone, except this one does a little bit different stuff. And it also affects a lot of bridges and retextures a lot of stuff, which is good. Run for Your Lives. This is exactly the same as the when vampires attacks. When it makes people run inside when vampires attacks, except this one does dragons. So whenever a dragon attacks, a lot of the civilians will try and run and hide inside to get out of the way, which is nice. More idle markers. So this one is adding it to the inns. In the base game of Skyrim, a lot of the NPCs that are inside, like inside the inn, for example, if you add a lot of NPCs, you're going to notice that they all kind of clump together. They're all like right by the door, for example. They're supposed... They don't have enough. You have too many NPCs in the building. There's not enough little places for those NPCs to actually exist in the world as far as it's coded. So this adds more idle markers, more different locations within the inns, which NPCs are allowed to be and go. So it should make them a little bit more natural. It should. I tend to see the one in Riverwood, for example, so far. It seems like there's a lot of people right by the door when I walk in. So I don't know if it's working properly, but it's there. Better Harvesting, we showed you that. SMIM, this is the Static Mesh Improvement mod. It makes like the ropes you see. It's really hard to describe what this does, but essentially it just improves the meshes to where they look far more realistic, way less flat, way less painted on. It just looks better, I think. Let's see. Inigo, we all love Inigo. I love Inigo. That's my follower of choice. I am thinking about installing other followers, but for now, I only have Inigo installed. Vivid Weathers SE, personally my favorite weather mod. I think it's starting to become a lot of other people's weather mod too. The only other one I know of that's compatible with, the only other one I know of that's worth anything anyway, that's compatible with SE is Climates of Tamriel. And between the two of them, I prefer Vivid Weathers. unique border gates, all. This one is a little harder to explain, but essentially around Skyrim, at the very edges of Skyrim, if you were to follow a road long enough, eventually you're going to get to the very edge of the map. And what ends up happening in the base game of Skyrim usually is you just end up walking into this invisible wall and you can't go any further. What this does is it takes those areas and the paths where you can't walk any further and it actually turns them into a big border gate. It actually turns it into something intentional, which you can't cross. You can't pass the gate. But it turns it into something that actually looks good. So that's what this is. I don't even know if we'll be able to see that, but like I could probably try. Just run to a certain location and see if we can see one of these. Immersive winches. We saw those a lot. Those are the servers that were walking around the cities as well as inside the towns. The serving trays, we can talk to them instead of having to talk to the one barkeep. They can also tell us rumors and stuff too. Populated cities and towns, villages, same thing. Just adding more NPCs, more busyness to the cities. Make it feel more alive. Immersive patrols, kind of the same thing. Except the patrols can be groups of people. It's going to be like soldiers, for example. It could be bandits even. I don't know. A whole bunch of different things can patrol. Your own thoughts. This is the thing that sort of I was talking about in the very beginning of the first time I tried to stream tonight, where we are basically looking at ourselves and thinking to ourselves out loud. And the dialogue that I see is something that I would be saying to myself. So, for example, when I saved my character, I said, is this what I want to look like? It's sort of like me talking to myself saying, is this what I want to look like? There's a lot of different things that are affected by this. A lot of different choices and a lot of different dialogue options that will be sort of in the general UI and general usage within the game that have been changed to have that sort of first-person immersion added to them. We all know what Frostfall is. I'll skip that one. True Storms. I think most people probably know what this is, but this is the reason why my rain looks so good, my snow looks so good, lots of blizzards, adds thunder, lightning, all that stuff. True Storms are pretty cool. This is Vivid Weather's True Storms SE patch. This is just a patch between True Storms and Vivid Weathers to make them work really well together. And that patch is after True Storms because Vivid Weathers is up there. So patches for two plugins always come after those two plugins in the load order. Wet and Cold, we already know what that is. Makes my clothing wet and drip. Makes the clothing look snowy when it's snowing, etc. Ars Metallica, I think this is like a smithing overhaul kind of thing. It's not really an overhaul, but this is the thing that's sort of allow us to make lockpicks, for example. Make our own arrows. Break down certain things. This is like a smithing edition, if you will. Ducks and swans, this adds a lot of those birds and ducks and swans and stuff that we're seeing, and it adds them to the water. So they'll actually be swimming around in the waters, and various waters and ponds and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. Storefront, this mod brings your spouse. Whenever you get married, your spouse will sometimes try to sell things. And a lot of times they try to sell it out of your house. Well, every time, really. That's how the base game does it. The spouse will try to sell it out of your home. That just doesn't really seem right to a lot of people, but that's the way they chose to do it at Bethesda. Storefront changes that. It adds actual dedicated storefronts to the towns where your spouse actually goes to sell things. And what's really cool about that is, one, it's a little more realistic because your spouse is outside of the house selling something. You wouldn't want people to just come into your home to buy anything, especially in Skyrim. But at the same time, also, there's a chest in the storefront, and you can actually put some of your stuff in the chest, and your spouse will sell it for you. And you'll get a little bit of the gold back for that. I'm not sure how that works in terms of like whether or not you'll get more gold for it or less gold for it than selling it to a shop. But it's another way to get rid of your junk if you don't want to like haul it around or, oh, well, I guess I'll find a shop sooner or later. Just give it to your spouse. Forgotten City, that's a quest. Blacksmith Forge, water fix. This is just a general patch fix for certain things. But essentially what this does is the forge, all the forges in Skyrim, they tend to have this like big tray of water, which is what's usually useful for like cooling down the metals after you've heated them up. But the water looks terrible. It just does. This is a dedicated mod specifically for fixing how that water looks. That's all it does. Very small. Notice board. This brings sort of like a Witcher. If you've ever played The Witcher, this sort of brings notice boards to towns. And so you can see different things. We showed that to you in near the end, I think, or maybe it was the beginning. I don't remember. Of the first time I started streaming, we were in Riverwood. There was those notice boards. people and citizens around the town will have requests of you, and if you help them with those requests, they will reward you either with money or training and skills or something, you know? They'll reward you in some way. So notice boards are pretty cool. Let's see, the Treacherous Hollows. I think this is a quest mod. It's not a quest mod. It's a new dungeon to go through, and there's treasures and stuff inside. So we'll just leave that as if it's a quest mod and not say much more about it. Realistic Water 2. So this is an I need sort of patch for it, and it comes right before I need. So there you go. There's I need. It's our survival, water or drink, eat, sleep, etc. Kind of the same thing as Realistic Needs and Diseases, which is what we're using in the other streams that we've been doing so far in the Skyrim Democracy Series. I need is... It's pros and cons to which one I want to use, if I want to use any of them at all. I'm actually not even sold on the idea of using any of them, but because I just find it to be a little bit, I don't know if it really adds anything to our story, if it really adds anything to the game. Right now, it's just sort of making another dimension that makes it more difficult. So I put it in there purely for the sake of making it more difficult. That's pretty much it. Expanded carriage service. All this does is adds carriages to other holds that are not normally with carriages, and allows you to travel to certain holds that normally cannot be traveled to with a carriage. So essentially, it's sort of like saying Bethesda basically picked a few holds where they thought carriages would be there, and they kind of forgot to put them in their other places, or they chose not to put them in other holds. This mod adds carriages to other holds that wouldn't normally have them. So there you go. And this is actually really nice for anyone who's playing that doesn't like to do fast travel. If you're a player that disables fast travel because you don't like it, this is a really good thing to have, because more carriages will help you get around easier. Also, important to note the differences. Realistic Needs and Diseases. If you travel by carriage, the time ticking by actually affects you. Like it affects you and drains your stamina, so you have to sleep, you know? To where with I need, while you're in a carriage, you're actually resting in a carriage. So you're going to get a little bit of time back for your sleep need when you're in a carriage. So there's a big fundamental difference between those two mods. And I actually, for the sake of like realism, I kind of like I need's approach, because carriage rides are pretty long. I'm not sure necessarily a hero would be sleeping in the carriage, but at the same time, we're definitely not exerting any energy. And I hate the fact that if I just woke up from a nap in an inn and I have to travel clear to the other side of Skyrim in a carriage, I'm going to have to like set up tent like an hour from now. It's like, I hate that. So I think I kind of like I need's approach better there. Parthenax Dilemma. This is a mod that alters a quest, kind of. It's a quest mod, but it alters a quest. It's cool. I'll leave it. You don't have to say anything. Moon Path to Elsewhere. Same thing. It's a quest mod. Apache Helmet Wig. So this goes with Apache Sky Hair. The problem with Apache Sky Hair is that it's not really hair. It's sort of a mask over top of your head. And so what Apache Sky Hair does is it basically gives you a bald character and then puts sort of a mask of hair that looks like hair on top of it. The problem with that, though, is that when you put a helmet on, that takes the place of the hair. So even if you have this really awesome hair with Apache Sky Hair, you put a helmet on and now you're bald. That's been the problem. So Apache Helmet Wigs is an extension to Apache Sky Hair that adds, I guess you could say it adds helmets that have hair built into it so that it looks like you still have hair when you're putting a helmet on, if that makes sense. So there you go. Dead body collision. In the base game, you can actually walk straight through a dead body that's laying on the ground. You can just clip right through it. This adds collisions to dead bodies so that you have to climb over top of it, or it'll actually be something on the ground. It's an extremely small plugin. Apocalypse Spells, Magic of Skyrim. It's built by the same guy that did Ordinator, same mod developer that did Ordinator. Adds a ton of new magic spells, just an insane amount. It's awesome. These two together are awesome. Apocalypse and Ordinator together are awesome. And then there's a patch that actually makes them work really well together too. Bandolier. This is the one that has those pouches that we were building before. So we can have like those little pouches and vials and like all these other things that, basically allows us to expand our carry weight, etc. Little backpacks and things like that. Allows us to craft those things. Opulent outfits. This is sort of it's opulent outfits is opulent robes. So like the mage robes and stuff that I changed, like you notice the robes I was wearing were different. There's a lot of differences between them, as well as their abilities and looks, and Opulent Outfits is responsible for that. So there you go. Little change there. It's a pretty big mod. It's a pretty big change. It's a really small ESP, but it's a really big mod. But it's fine. Black Mage armor set. Just a new armor set for Black Mages. I hope to finally run into this. I hope to see this. Really high quality textures for this too. Immersive Sounds Compendium. This is the mod responsible for changing all of our sounds. The ESP is pretty small, but the mod itself has a lot of sounds. It's a pretty big file. But really good sound changes. Highly recommend it. Immersive Sounds Compendium is awesome. Hunters Not Bandits. So this mod, essentially, if you've ever been walking through the woods, and you'll notice that even your follower will even do it. NPCs, when they encounter creatures like wolves or deer or something like that, whenever they go to hunt them or whenever they go to try and attack them, they'll always speak to them like they're people. You know, never should have come here, that kind of thing. It's just stupid that they do that. You know, like the bear never should have came here, right? Of course. So basically, and they'll also do other things like I yield. It's like the bear doesn't care if you yield. So Hunters Not Bandits is a mod that changes that to where they're only going to talk like that if they're actually attacking a person and not creatures. So there you go. Immersive Wenches. This is Immersive Wenches. This is the Apache Sky Hair attachment to Immersive Wenches. So this is a patch that allows Apache hair to be applied to the wenches, which is why all the wenches had really nice hair. Werewolf perks expanded. This adds new perks to werewolves. So if we ever do become a werewolf, for whatever reason, I have this in here in case you guys want to be a werewolf. It's up to you guys, of course. But this would expand the perk system within werewolves. There's another mod that goes with vampires too. I didn't install it yet, but I probably will. It just kind of depends on what we choose to do. Reflections, level up. We do that. Reflection messages whenever we level up, and we can kind of... and then there's a whole bunch of patches that are going with things. So we can kind of skip some of these because these are just kind of patches. To be honest, I don't know what simple AUA is. I just, off the top of my head, that doesn't ring a bell. But Unread Books Glow. This is a mod that allows books to glow, basically. So if I had never read the book before, it will glow. I'm going to make this on dim, so it's very, very subtle glow, but it'll still be a glow. And then I'm also going to turn, like I did in the original game when I was playing the original Skyrim, I'm also going to turn the books to where if it's a plain book, like it's not a skill book, or it's not a book that adds anything to quest lines, or it's not a map expansion or whatever, if it's just a plain old storybook, it won't glow at all, even if I've never read it before. So, like, I'm going to do that because I don't want to waste my time with books. A lot of books. Some people love to read the books, and maybe we'll read some stories. I don't know, but I just want the ones that are special to me, that are going to do something for me. I want those to be the ones that glow so I don't miss them. Move It, Damn It. This is a mod that, if you've ever had a follower, Lydia is notorious for this, I feel. If you're running around, like you go to an inn or something, and you go inside one of the bedrooms and go to sleep, you'll notice that all the rooms are sized just enough to where you can walk into the room, and your follower will just stand in the doorway. And you just like, get out of my way. I can't get out of here. Move It, Damn It. You need this mod. This will make your followers move when you run into them. They'll get out of your way. So that's good. Absolutely must-have mod for me. Move It, Damn It. No world map fog. This is the thing that removed the fog from the world map. LZA follower trade priority. So what this one does, and this is not the exact name of the mod you'd find in the Nexus, but it's fairly close anyway. What this does is it turns the trade function, like I need to trade something with you, it makes that chat, or it makes that dialogue option the top one every time. So you don't have to keep searching for it. Like, where's the one where I trade with you? It's always on the top now. So that's good. Footprints. This adds footprints in the snow when you're walking around. That's kind of cool. I think it also works for sand, but I don't know that for sure. I didn't check that, but it definitely works for snow. It's designed to work with snow. A and B glass variants lore. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you what that is, but I want to say that this is something that just changes the way glass weapons look, and I think it's going to give them a glare, like a glassy shimmer, if you will. refraction of light. Differently Ebony, I think, is kind of the same thing. These ESPs all go with the same mod that alters weapons, I think. Of course, Amidium Born, Skyforge weapons, the entire Amidium Born pack for Silence, Book of Silence, is all installed in this playthrough. And it's not ported. You'll notice it's still a regular Skyrim mod. It's not ported yet, but it works. Just don't... There's one of the ESPs you don't install. It's the one that says, like... Well, it says it on the mod page. You guys, if you search for it long enough, find the Reddit post, it'll tell you. One of the ones you don't install. I think it's called like additional content or something. Don't install that one. Better quest objectives. This is just a patch for stuff. Just another patch for stuff. DD, no spinning death animation. You'll notice a lot of times when people die, they spin around in circles. So I have that one installed to where they're not going to spin around in circles when they die anymore. Diverse Dragons collection. This adds different dragons and a lot of more difficult ones and more unpredictable ones. Adds dragons into the game. They're all really well textured. I really like it. We don't have the ability to have deadly dragons installed like we do in our current playthrough with regular Skyrim because there's no SKSE. So since there's no script extender, I can't have deadly dragons. So I've decided to put diverse dragons in instead because it just adds new dragons. It doesn't change the properties and attributes of existing dragons. So there you go. Acquisitive, Soul Gem, Multi, blah, 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 blah. This mod, essentially all this does is make sure that soul gems are filled by the proper souls. And it allows you to collect multiple souls at once. So a lot of times in the base game, you'll notice if you have like this enchantment on where it collects souls, let's say 2 things die at the same time, you'll usually only collect 1 soul. This will let you do more. So there you go. People Are Strangers. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep this yet. So far, I'm leaning towards yes, but this is the mod that basically had a question mark next to all the people that we hadn't met yet. I kind of like it for the realism because if I don't know who that person is, why is it telling me who it is before I click on them? I feel like I should be able to talk to someone before I knew who they are. And this also encourages me to meet new people because if I have to like talk to a specific person in a specific town, I won't necessarily know who that is until I hear them talking. So like I kind of like this. Immersive Citizens, this is the enhanced lights and effects patch for those so they don't look weird when they're in the light. Immersive character overhaul, we already did that kind of stuff. Wyco, Wild Hunt gears. So the character overhaul also kind of comes with this Witcher gears, and I've gone ahead and I've installed that too, just because I think it might be cool to have, you know, some Geralt gears maybe in the game. I don't know, it's just there. I can dress Inigo up in Geralt's gear. Might be cool. RS Children complete. Of course, it changes the children, the way the children look. They don't look like potato heads anymore. They look actually like really good children. And they have really high quality textured clothing and all changed clothing and everything. It's really nice. True Eyes, much better eyes. A lot more variety in what eyes you can choose. It's very, very cool. I like that a lot too. Show race menu alternative. This is the race menu. Pretty much self-explanatory. It's how I was able to choose all the different characteristics of my character without being at the very beginning of the game. Let's see. Enhanced Trees Activator. So this is the Enhanced Trees, which again is not updated for SKSE, but it's working just fine. Belt Fasten Quivers. This kind of does what Dual Sheath Redux does. It puts quivers on your back, and it puts it kind of lower and a little bit off and mispositioned a little bit, to where it's kind of out of the way of backpacks. It's supposed to make quivers in Skyrim work really well with like the backpacks in Frostfall and stuff. So there's that. I kind of like that. We'll see how that works. I haven't looked at it yet. Haven't wielded a bow yet since I started playing. I haven't actually touched a bow yet since I started playing SE. So I don't know. Chesco's lore-based loading screens. Everyone should know what that is, and everyone should install it because it's really awesome and it's compatible with everything. So yeah, really good loading screens. It's awesome. This is 4's new idols in Skyrim, Finis. So far it's kind of useless, but I have it installed in here because I eventually plan on getting those animations back. As soon as they're updated, I can just pop them in, and it doesn't really add any bloat to the game. It's just going to add more animations within an existing plugin that's already installed, so I like that. So if I can get the stable build with these plugins installed, then I know that later when I add animations, it'll still be good to go. Of course, XPM SE. This is the X32's like skeleton. So like a different skeleton, which is nice. It's going to be dependent on a lot of other things, depend on the skeleton too. Ask the Way. So this is an interesting mod. I just found this right before starting to stream tonight. Ask the Way is like if you're lost and you don't know where you're going. If I'm in a town somewhere and I don't know where, like say it's like, how do I get to you go to the mines in Markarth or something, and I'm like, I don't know where those are. I have no idea where those mines are, and it's not showing me on the map. Like, where do I go? Well, you can always ask the locals. That makes sense, right? If they're from here, they know where that stuff is. So you can ask guards, and you can pay them, I think it's like 50 gold, and they'll tell you where it is. Not only will they tell you, they'll walk you there. They'll, like, follow me, and they'll walk you there. You can also ask bums, like homeless people on the street, and they'll help you for free only if you have the charity trait. So if you've, like, helped, like, say, can you spare a coin or whatever? If you've done that before, then you have this charity benefit, and you can ask them and they'll help you for free, which is kind of cool. You can also ask children and they'll help you for free as well. Thief skills rebalance for Ordinator. This does a little bit more balancing to the thief skills. I don't really know how to describe it other than that's what it does. That's all I know. Wildcat, we saw that. We didn't really see it to its fullest extent, but throughout the course of the playthrough, we will definitely see what this does. But that's our combat AI overhaul. It adds injuries. It adds, the characters value their own lives. They don't necessarily. They'll fight differently depending on. For example, if I'm low on health and they're high on health, they'll be more aggressive. But if they're low on health and I'm high on health, they might be a little bit more defensive. So it's like, and then if there's like 3 or 4 of them, they might work together better to clean my clock together as a team instead of just being a couple of people that are swinging at me. Enhanced blood and effects. This is enhanced blood main. This is what gives me the better blood looking. It is a little bright. I'm going to look at it, see if I can get it darker. I also have no screen blood added because I didn't really like the fact that with enhanced blood and effects, if you're like swinging or whatever, all of a sudden like blood would be on the screen. I don't like that personally. I know a lot of people think it adds more immersion, but I actually think it adds less immersion because if I see blood on my screen, I feel like I'm looking at it through a lens. Not like I'm looking at it through like their eyes. Their eyes are not going to see blood like on their screen. That's not how eyes work. So with screen blood, I actually get taken out of it. So I've got it turned off. Frostfall with, so this is the your own thoughts. The Frostfall stuff, we'll start speaking to ourselves in our own first person. Same thing with I need. No NPC greetings. This is just the thing that prevents people from prevents all the NPCs from saying, "Hey, who are you?" or telling us that we should go to the Cloud District sometime because we've never been there, obviously. So there's that. So these are all the ESPs that are installed. It's not all the mods, but these are like all the ESPs that go with mods. So any mod that doesn't have an ESP is not in this list. So there's a lot. There's a lot installed. And I know that was a long list, but some of you were interested in that, so I went through the list because some of you might be interested in the mod list. So that's one way to see the mod list. So there you go. What time is it? It's too late. I'm going to go ahead and call the stream now. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's cool. And, that's pretty much all I have to say. I guess we'll see you next